Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to a moment that isn't just another morning, but an invitation to step into a space where the world outside can wait just for a few precious minutes, and the only voice that truly matters is the one that speaks directly to your soul. Have you ever woken up, the first tendrils of dawn barely painting the sky, and felt that heavy cloak of yesterday's worries still clinging to your shoulders? That whisper of doubt, that echo of a mistake, that nagging feeling of not being enough, not doing enough. We've all been there, every single one of us. It's the human condition, this invisible burden we sometimes carry from our dreams into our waking hours. But what if I told you that you don't have to carry it? What if every single morning you had a secret weapon, a sacred ritual, a gentle yet powerful rebellion against the ordinary, against the overwhelming tide of obligations and anxieties? Imagine for a moment, just imagine what it would feel like to greet the sun with a lightness in your heart, a clear intention in your mind, and an unshakable belief in the magic that lies within you. This isn't about logic, it's about feeling. It's about reconnecting with that spark that sometimes gets dimmed by the demands of life. It's about remembering who you truly are before the world tells you who you should be. This is what we're here to do, together, every single morning, to listen, not just with our ears, but with every fiber of our being, to listen to the quiet power that awaits your acknowledgement. Because before you rush out into the bustling currents of your day, before the demands of your job, your family, your responsibilities begin to pull at you, there is this sacred window, this golden hour, or even just these golden minutes where you have the power to shape your entire reality. Think of it as tending to a garden within your soul. If you let weeds grow unchecked, if you neglect to water the precious seeds of your dreams, what kind of harvest can you expect? But if each morning you come with intention, with care, with a willingness to nurture, to sow seeds of hope, and pull out the thorny vines of fear, then your garden will flourish. Your life will bloom in ways you never thought possible. You see, the world screams at us. It shouts its expectations, its judgments, It's never-ending to-do list. It tells us we need to be faster, stronger, richer, prettier, smarter. And in that cacophony, it's so easy to lose our own voice, to forget the melody of our own truth. But here, in this space, every morning we quiet the noise, we dim the external chatter and amplify the internal wisdom. We turn down the volume on the world and turn up the volume on our own magnificent hearts. This isn't about some magical formula or a complicated strategy. It's far simpler, far more profound. It's about presence. It's about intentionally choosing to fill your mind, your spirit, your very cells with vibrations of positivity, of strength, of unwavering belief. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a vast ocean and the waves of life are crashing in. Sometimes they are gentle, sometimes they are ferocious, but if you stand there unprepared, if you don't anchor yourself, you can easily be swept away. Listening every morning is your anchor. It's the deep root that grounds you, no matter how turbulent the waters become. It's about understanding that your day doesn't just happen to you, it happens for you. And you have an incredible power to shape it, but that power begins not in the frenetic rush of activity, but in the quiet, sacred pause of the morning. It begins when you consciously decide to feed your mind and spirit with what uplifts you, rather than letting them be bombarded by what diminishes you. Have you ever noticed how a single drop of ink can stain a whole glass of water? And how a single drop of negativity allowed to seep into your morning can taint the entire day? But the inverse is also true. A single drop of inspiration, a single moment of clarity, a single whisper of self-belief can infuse your entire being with a vibrant, luminous energy that ripples outwards, touching everything you do, everyone you meet. This isn't a task, it's a gift you give yourself. The gift of starting fresh, cleansed, empowered. The gift of remembering that the past does not define your future, and that today is a brand new canvas awaiting your brushstrokes. Every single morning when you choose to listen, you are making a profound declaration to the universe, and more importantly, to yourself. I am worthy of this. I am capable of this. I am ready for this. Feel it within you right now. Feel the weight lifting just by focusing on this possibility. Imagine the day unfolding with more ease, more joy, more purpose. Imagine confronting challenges, not with dread, but with a quiet confidence that says, I've got this. I've prepared for this. My spirit is ready. That quiet confidence doesn't come from external validation. It comes from internal cultivation. It comes from the intentional practice of filling your cup before you pour yourself out for the world. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about transforming your relationship with it. It's about finding the inner resilience to navigate whatever comes your way, not by avoiding the storms, but by learning to dance in the rain. It's about remembering that even on the cloudiest days, the sun is always shining above the clouds. And your job every morning is to find that inner sun, to let its warmth permeate your entire being. So when you wake up and the world is still hushed, and the quiet of the morning enfolds you, pause, take a deep breath, and let these words, these vibrations, these intentions sink deep into your subconscious. Let them become the bedrock of your day. Let them be the gentle whisper that reminds you of your limitless potential, of your inherent goodness, of the incredible strength that resides within you. This is not just a speech, it is a key to unlock the most magnificent version of yourself day by day, moment by moment. Remember, the greatest battles are often won before they are even fought. They are won in the quiet moments of preparation, in the deep well of conviction, in the unwavering belief that you are destined for greatness. And that belief, that conviction, is what we are cultivating here every single morning. Think of all the times you've started your day feeling rushed, overwhelmed, or simply uninspired. How did those days usually turn out? Compare that to the days when you woke up feeling rested, optimistic, and ready to conquer the world. The difference, my friends, is often not in external circumstances, but in your internal state. And your internal state is something you absolutely have the power to influence, to shape, to elevate. This practice of listening every morning is an act of self-love. It is a declaration that you prioritize your well-being, your peace of mind, your emotional fortitude above all else. It is understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And how often do we try to do exactly that? We give and we give and we give until we are depleted, exhausted, and resentful. But when you start your day by filling your own well, by nourishing your spirit, by fortifying your mind, you become an unstoppable force for good. Not just for yourself, but for everyone whose lives you touch. Imagine the ripple effect. You starting your day with clarity and peace. You radiating kindness and patience. You approaching challenges with a calm, resourcewful mind. How would that change your interactions? How would that transform your productivity? How would that elevate your overall sense of joy and fulfillment? Now, the answer is profound. It would change everything. And it's not just about what you do hear, but also about what you don't hear. When you intentionally choose to fill your mind with empowering messages, you are effectively crowding out the negative self-talk, the doubts, the fears, the criticisms that often creep in. You are building a fortress of positivity around your spirit, making it harder for the arrows of negativity to penetrate. It's a gentle, consistent reprogramming of your internal narrative, shifting from I can't to I can, from it's too hard to I am strong enough. This sacred morning ritual is your personal sanctuary. It's the moment you reclaim your power, your perspective, your purpose. It's where you remind yourself that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a co-creator of your destiny. Every word you absorb, every intention you set, every positive affirmation you embrace is a brick in the foundation of the extraordinary life you are building. So as you step into this new day, remember this feeling, remember this calm, remember this quiet strength. Let it be the compass that guides you. Let it be the gentle hand that steadies you. Let it be the unwavering light that illuminates your path. Because when you choose to listen every morning, you're not just starting a day, you're cultivating a life filled with purpose, peace, and boundless possibility. The journey begins now, with this breath, with this moment, with this profound act of listening. Go forth and create the magic that only you can. And what does this act of listening truly mean? It means opening your heart to possibility when the world tells you there is none. It means embracing resilience when setbacks try to drag you down. It means remembering your inherent worth when comparison whispers insidious lies. It's about feeding your soul with the sustenance it needs to thrive, not just survive. Imagine your deepest desires, your grandest aspirations. They are not merely fleeting thoughts, they are seeds within you, waiting for the right conditions to sprout. And the morning when you choose to listen, when you choose to fill your mind with inspiration and affirmation, is the fertile ground you provide. Perhaps you faced discouragement. Perhaps you felt that overwhelming weight of expectations, the feeling that you're running on a treadmill that never stops. This morning ritual is your pause button. It's your moment to step off that treadmill, to catch your breath, to remember the profound truth that your worth is not tied to your productivity, your achievements, or anyone else's opinion. Your worth is intrinsic. It is a gift of your very existence. And when you truly internalize that, when you listen deeply enough to hear that truth resonating within you, then nothing can truly shake your foundation. This isn't about ignoring the difficulties of life. It's about building the internal strength to face them with grace and determination. Life will undoubtedly throw curveballs. There will be unexpected challenges, moments of frustration, periods of doubt. But when you have consistently poured into yourself, when you have consciously chosen to fill your spirit with courage and optimism, you approach these moments differently. You don't crumble, you adapt. You don't despair, you seek solutions. You don't fall apart. You stand tall, rooted in the strength you've cultivated. Think of it as creating an emotional and mental immune system. Just as your body needs good nutrition and rest to fight off illness, your spirit needs consistent nourishment to ward off negativity and despair. And that nourishment comes from what you choose to feed your mind with, especially in those precious, formative moments of the morning. It's in the quiet whispers of hope, the powerful declarations of self-belief, the gentle reminders of your purpose. This is not a fleeting trend. It is a timeless wisdom. Throughout history, those who have achieved greatness, who have lived lives of profound impact, understood the power of intentional beginnings. They knew that the quality of their day, and ultimately the quality of their life, was profoundly shaped by what they invited into their minds and hearts before the world began to make its demands. It's about setting the tone, not just for the next hour, but for the entire symphony of your day. So when you wake up and that familiar feeling of inertia or anxiety tries to pull you back, resist. Gently, but firmly. Choose to open your mind, to open your ears, and most importantly, to open your heart to a different narrative, to the narrative of your own unstoppable power, your own unlimited potential, your own beautiful destiny. Let these words, these intentions, these feelings wash over you like the first light of dawn. Let them purify your thoughts, energize your spirit, and align you with the highest version of yourself. Every morning is a new chapter, a blank page. And with this simple act of listening, you are handed the pen, ready to write a story of triumph, of joy, of meaning. You are not just going through the motions, you are actively, consciously creating your reality. You are laying the groundwork for a day that reflects your deepest desires, not your deepest fears. You are choosing to be an active participant in your life, not a passive observer. Feel that surge of energy, that flicker of excitement, that quiet hum of possibility within you. That is your spirit responding. That is your inner wisdom awakening. Embrace it, cherish it, let it guide you. This sacred morning time is your anchor, your sanctuary, your launching pad. Use it wisely, use it with intention, and watch as your life begins to unfold in ways more beautiful, more fulfilling, and more powerful than you ever dared to dream. You are ready. The day awaits. Go out there and illuminate the world with the light you've cultivated within you. Remember, every morning is a fresh start, a new opportunity to create the life you were meant to live. What incredible magic will you unleash today? It is truly a profound act of self-care to dedicate those first moments of your day to your internal world. We often hear about physical exercise for the body or mental exercises for the brain, but rarely do we emphasize the vital importance of spiritual and emotional exercise for the soul. This daily listening is precisely that. A workout for your spirit, a strengthening of your inner core, ensuring you're robust enough to face whatever comes your way. Think about the most successful athletes, artists, or leaders you admire. What do they all have in common? A disciplined routine. They don't just show up and hope for the best. They prepare, they train, they visualize. They commit to practices that hone their craft and fortify their mindset. This morning ritual is your personal training ground for life. It's where you hone your mental resilience, where you train your emotional muscles, where you visualize the successful unfolding of your day and beyond. And what happens if you skip it? Well, imagine a plant that never gets watered. It wilts, it struggles, it eventually withers. Similarly, if you consistently neglect to nourish your spirit, you'll find yourself feeling drained, easily overwhelmed, and disconnected from your true potential. The world has a way of wearing us down, slowly eroding our enthusiasm and our belief in ourselves if we don't actively work to reinforce them. This daily act of intentional listening is your reinforcement. It's your shield against the incessant demands, your filter against the negativity, your constant reminder of the incredible power that resides within you. You might be thinking, but my mornings are so chaotic. I barely have time to grab a coffee. And I understand that. Life is busy. But this isn't about finding an extra hour. It's about finding 5 purposeful minutes. 10 transformative minutes, whatever you can carve out. It's about quality, not quantity. It's about consistency, not perfection. Even just a few moments spent consciously absorbing uplifting messages, setting positive intentions, and connecting with your inner peace can fundamentally shift the trajectory of your entire day. It's a small investment with an exponential return. This isn't about being productive in the conventional sense. It's about being purposeful. It's about ensuring that the very first input into your system each day is one of empowerment, not anxiety, of hope, not dread, of clarity, not confusion. Because what you feed your mind in those early hours sets the tone for everything that follows. It's like charting your course before you set sail. Would you ever embark on a long journey without checking your map, without knowing your direction? Of course not. So why would you embark on the journey of your day without charting your internal course? This is a commitment, yes, but it's a commitment to yourself, to your own well-being, to the magnificent life you are destined to live. It's about understanding that you are the most important project you will ever work on. And just like any important project, it requires consistent, loving attention. So let's make a silent pact, right here, right now, that every morning you will dedicate these sacred moments to yourself, to listening, to absorbing, to believing. Let it become as essential as brushing your teeth, as vital as your first cup of water. Because when you consistently feed your spirit with the nourishment it craves, you won't just get through your days, you will thrive in them. You will rise, you will shine, you will live a life that is not just full, but overflowing with purpose, joy, and profound meaning. The power is already within you. All you have to do is listen. This daily act of listening is more than just a routine. It's a profound declaration of self-worth. It's you consciously choosing to invest in your greatest asset, yourself. In a world that constantly pulls us outward, demanding our attention, our energy, our time for everyone and everything else, this is your sacred counter movement. This is your deliberate choice to turn inward, to nurture the wellspring of strength, peace, and wisdom that resides within you. Imagine, if you will, a magnificent tree. Its branches reach skyward, its leaves unfurl towards the sun, but its true power lies unseen, deep within the earth, in its roots. The deeper and stronger those roots, the more resilient the tree becomes, able to withstand storms, to draw sustenance from the soil, to stand firm through every season. Your morning listening ritual is like nourishing those roots. It's the invisible work that fortifies your entire being, making you unshakable, no matter the winds of change or the downpours of challenge that life inevitably brings. You are not merely a product of your circumstances, you are a creator of your experience. And this creation begins not with grand gestures, but with consistent, small, powerful acts of intention. It begins with that silent promise you make to yourself each dawn, to fill your mind with what elevates you, to tune your heart to the frequency of hope and possibility, and to align your spirit with your deepest, most authentic desires. Don't underestimate the quiet power of consistency. A single drop of water might seem insignificant, but consistent drops can carve canyons through solid rock. Similarly, a few minutes of intentional listening each morning, consistently applied, can transform your entire emotional landscape, reshape your limiting beliefs, and ultimately redirect the course of your life towards greater joy, fulfillment, and impact. This isn't about chasing fleeting happiness. It's about cultivating enduring peace. It's about building a robust inner world that can withstand the inevitable ups and downs of life. It's about understanding that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you absolutely can control how you respond, how you interpret, and how you choose to show up. And that power, that profound inner sovereignty, is unlocked and amplified through this sacred morning practice. So as you step into the light of each new day, remember this: the greatest gift you can give yourself, and indeed the world, is a well-nourished, resilient, and inspired you. Let your morning be the time you tend to your spirit, the time you fill your cup, the time you remind yourself of the magnificent, unstoppable force that you truly are. Listen deeply, believe fiercely, and watch your life unfold into the masterpiece it was always meant to be. The journey continues, one glorious morning at a time. And as we continue this journey together, remember that this morning ritual isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about building a future you love. Each time you choose to listen, to absorb, to believe, you're not just having a nice start to your day. You're actually reprogramming your subconscious mind. You're dismantling old, limiting beliefs that have held you back for far too long. And you're replacing them with powerful, expansive truths about who you are and what you're capable of. Think of your mind like a garden again. If you keep planting weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, that's what will grow. But when you consistently, intentionally plant seeds of courage, self-belief, and optimism, those are the flowers and fruits your life will bear. This is a subtle but profound shift. It's not about brute force. It's about gentle, persistent cultivation. It's about consistency over intensity. You see, the world around us is often a reflection of our inner world. If your inner landscape is chaotic and filled with self-doubt, then your external experience might often feel the same. But when you dedicate these sacred morning moments to tending to your internal garden, to watering the seeds of your dreams, to pulling out the weeds of worry, something truly miraculous begins to happen. Your outer world starts to transform. Opportunities you never saw begin to appear. Solutions to challenges become clearer. Relationships deepen. Your energy levels soar. Why? Because you've shifted your internal frequency. You've become a magnet for the very things you desire. This daily act of listening is your secret weapon in a busy, often overwhelming world. It's your moment to pause, to breathe, to remember that you are not just a cog in the machine, but a powerful creator with unique gifts to offer. It's where you reconnect with your purpose, reignite your passion, and reaffirm your commitment to living a life that truly lights you up. So let this be your unwavering commitment to greet every morning not with dread, but with anticipation, not with overwhelm, but with intention, not with emptiness, but with an open heart ready to be filled. Because when you choose to listen every morning, you're not just preparing for a day, you're orchestrating a symphony of success, joy, and profound meaning for your entire life. Keep listening, keep growing, and keep shining. The world needs the light that only you can bring. This consistent act of listening is your personal rebellion against the constant noise of the world. It's a deliberate choice to step away from the endless scrolling, the urgent notifications, the immediate demands, and to create a sanctuary within yourself. In this sanctuary, you are the architect, the master builder, and with each word you absorb, each positive affirmation you embrace, you're laying down another brick in the foundation of an unshakable inner peace. Have you ever noticed how the very air feels different in the early morning? There's a stillness, a quiet anticipation that the rest of the day often lacks. This isn't just about the absence of sound, it's an energetic truth. The morning holds a unique potential, a fresh slate, that is receptive to your intentions. When you choose to infuse this pristine time with purposeful messages, you're tapping into that inherent quiet power. You're aligning yourself with the rhythm of creation rather than just reacting to the chaos of consumption. This isn't about ignoring your problems. It's about facing them with a renewed spirit and a fortified mindset. Life will always present challenges, that's a given, but how you perceive those challenges, how you respond to them, and how quickly you recover from them, that's entirely within your control. And this daily practice of morning listening is the most powerful tool you have to master that control. It transforms obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into springboards, and fears into fuel for your growth. Imagine a clear, strong river. It flows consistently, carving its path through the landscape. Your life, when guided by this morning ritual, can flow with similar clarity and strength. You won't be easily diverted by distractions or stuck in stagnant pools of doubt. Instead, you'll move forward with an unwavering sense of direction, propelled by the positive energy you've consciously cultivated within. So let this be more than just a suggestion. Let it be a non-negotiable commitment to your own well-being, your own success, your own profound happiness. Because when you choose to listen every morning, you're not just performing a simple act, you're engaging in a powerful transformation. You are shaping your thoughts, fortifying your spirit, and ultimately designing a life that truly reflects the boundless, beautiful potential that resides within you. Keep showing up for yourself, day after day. The magic unfolds in the consistency.